Okay, you must make sure you are armed with your calculator. Okay, test. Test. Okay. Now, previously I showed you an example using the electronic calculator. So really, if you are still like not very sure, how to use the calculator, please go back, take a look at the video, and then try pressing the calculator with you'll see the buttons being shown in the video again. You can see how you press through the buttons to get to do mixed numbers. Now, there will not be many opportunities that we are going to use the calculator for fractions. After this chapter of fractions, we are going into triangles and volume, which the calculator questions not as much. Okay? Can? So you need to be practicing this on your own now at this time. Okay, so this calculator symbol is for all the questions following. This is page 69. So the question requires all the rest of the question. Question 1, 2, 3, 4 follows the same rules here. Give you each answer as a mixed number. Check if this answer is reasonable. Okay, now, why is it level 2? You see that, and then you see that the space given is more than the space on the previous page. So clearly, there is one hint that these questions are slightly more challenging than the previous page. But I must say it's still a little bit more manageable than the ones that you just handed in the level 3 ones in the whole number word problem. Okay, depending on how you can help yourself, one of the things that comes to fraction, a lot of students will say, I'm very scared of fractions. The moment I see fraction in the word problem, I feel like, this one I maybe will get wrong, make mistakes. So one tip for you is the first reading, you try to don't read the fraction. Just read the sentence, the story, and is without the fraction. So for example, Janice ran some kilometer. Siti ran some kilometer more than Janice. What is the total distance of Janice and Siti? So I read already, take the fraction out of the mind first. I have something about Janice that's given. I don't really have Siti. Siti is the one that I don't know. But I know that there's this more. I know their difference. So if I were to draw Janice ran a certain distance. Siti, I know, also ran a certain distance, but this distance is more. And then the question asks for total. That means their sum. So looking at this, two unknowns probably is a two-step problem. Now that we are primary 5, I can step up a bit more. Merge them into one equation, finish. Because now we are P5, we know order of operations. So I'll take this as my annotations. So just now, tip number 1, when I see a fraction question, I feel stressed, don't read the fraction, just read the problem. Janice ran some distance, Siti ran more. What's their total? Does it feel easier already? So there are two ways to do it. I can do it at P4 level, step by step. So step 1, I find Siti first. Siti will be Janice plus difference. Step 2, I find Now that I find city already, I'll just do Janice plus city. That will give me the sum. Then answer finish. E will be kilometers, the units. Okay, this is method 1. So method 2 it will be, I go straight away. Option 1, method 2. I will just, to find total, it will just be city plus Janice. And that's actually Janice plus the difference. That should give me the answer also. So what does this look like? Janice is 4 and 310 kilometers. The difference is here. City ran more. How much more? 1 and 1/4 kilometer more. So in other words, if without this extra part, they are the same. So meaning this over here should also be 4 and 310 kilometers. So step 1 is this. Step 2 is this. So if I were to do test. Okay. If I were to find city, I will can do 4 and 310 kilometers plus 1 and 1/4 kilometer. Press the calculator, get my answer. Total will be, then I get Janice plus city. That was the second answer. That should give my total kilometer. Now, this answer, the final answer, should be sent as same as my other method, which is Janice 310 kilometer plus another Janice 310, 4 and 310 kilometer plus the difference that's 1 and 1/4 kilometers. This should give me same answers. Now, the main practice is using the calculator. So my choice is I can do this or this. You don't have to copy both. You choose which one you like. Okay? So if I press my calculator now, I get 4 shift 4 and 310 plus 1 and 1/4. So that's the first one I'm pressing. Press equal. I can change it to a mixed number, 5, 11, 20. So I can write here 5, 11, 20. So 5, 11, 20. From here, I could plus straight away. Plus 4 and 310. That should give me 9 and 17, 20. Now I need to know how to press all these things with a calculator. Okay? That pressing part is the most important one. Okay? Now this one is I press 4, 3 tenths plus 4, 3 10 plus 1 and 1/4. You should give me, then press shift, this one gave me the same answer. See, same answer. So, but it's really about the skill of pressing the calculator. Okay? Okay, this question took longer than expected. You get the idea? Then the rest you press the calculator on your own. Okay? Now, moving on. Okay? Moving on. Next one. Okay, here's the story. Same as before, I can read the story without reading the fraction if the fraction stresses me out. Mr. Raj filled a container with some coffee. He served some of the coffee to customers. Then he added coffee another amount of coffee into the container. How much coffee was there in the container at the end? Okay, so at first there's this container. The container has some coffee. Then he take up some coffee to customers. Then he added another add in. Once you can see, then how much coffee in the end? So this time I draw the picture. I like to draw pictures to help me to see the story, especially if there's an action going on. So I realized that at the start, start with 3 and 3/4 liter. Again, I can do step 1, step 2. If I do method 1, two-step method. Step 1, I use the original at first coffee, start coffee minus served. Give me left. Then use the left minus plus the added in. That will give me the end. Step 1, step 2. Method 2, I do everything at one shot. Because it's a calculated question. You can move the tray over here. You can move the tray. The top one question. The bottom one. The method 2, I just do everything together. In the end, it will be start minus serve plus add on. So I can do everything in one single equation. Okay, equals to 3 and 3/4 liter minus 2 and 2/5 liter plus 1 and 3/10 liter. Then I try press the calculator. Now, the challenge here is that if I do it in a single equation like this, that's 2 method marks in one go. Okay, let me zoom in a bit. Can see? This is method 2. So method 2, can you help me to turn on the light? The first 2 rows is very bright. So method 2 is worth 2 method marks ago. This question is 3 marks on the left side, Yeah, correct. Yes. So this method 2, I do all at one go, this question is worth 3 marks. So when I write this equation, minus plus together, that's worth 2 marks. That means if I write this equation wrongly, it's 0. But let's say I do this one, the method 1, I can do step by step first. 3/4 liter minus 3 and 3/4 liter minus 2 and 2/5 liter. Then I use the calculator count this. After that, use the left plus 1 and 3/10 liter to get another answer. Now, if you look at these two, this is 2 steps. Okay? Yep. There are 2 steps here. This is 1 step method 1, 1 mark. This is 1 step method 2, 1 mark. Then final answer 1 mark. So this is 3 marks in all. Whereas this one is 2 method marks in one equation, and the answer is 1 mark. So if you ask me which one is faster, what do you think? Method 1 or 2 will be faster. Method 2 will be faster because you press everything at one go. Method 1 will be slower, but more accurate, that's right. Okay? Can you try to press the calculator on your own for this one? And then I move on already, yeah? Okay, move on. Okay, last 2 questions to go. Okay, then this one you can see. Honestly, these 4 questions here are not that difficult. because the story characters are given quite clearly. The relationships are quite clear. The only stressful part is to really see the fraction. So, and using the calculator correctly. So when I urge you that when you see this in the exam time, do try to score full marks for them in the calculator paper, because it's not that difficult. If you, like I said, the first thing you do is to take the fraction out and read the problem as is. So the length of a blue cable is a certain length long, certain meter long. It refers to the blue cable. The blue cable is longer than the red cable. The red cable is longer than the black cable. What is the length of the black cable? Okay, so I just read it without the number and the fraction totally. The length of the blue cable is some meters long. The blue cable, it stands for blue. It is longer than the red cable. The red cable is longer than the black cable. What is the length of the black cable? So looking at this, which one is given? The length exactly? Only the blue. So you only got the blue. The blue is given is 8 meter. Yeah. So yeah, correct. So what if you want to establish a relationship? Really, it's not that difficult. You go step by step. You got the blue. The blue is a certain length. The blue is longer than the red. So the red is shorter. But then the red is longer than the black. So the black is even shorter. The blue is 8 meters long. It is here 2 and 1/5 meter longer than the red. Then the red is even longer than the black. I'm not so sure whether that's correct, but you sound quite sure about it. And then this one is the red is even longer. So this one is 3 and 3/8 meter. So ask for the black is question mark. So okay, so step by step, if it's done step by step, it will be find the red first. Find the red first by getting the 8 minus 2 and 1/5. Okay. Okay, Ryan says it's 5 and 4/5. He said he used a calculator and he's quite sure he pressed correctly. Okay, I trust him. Then after that, find the black. Black is use the red. 5 and 4/5, is it? 5 and 4/5 minus 3 and 3/8. Use the calculator, press. What's that? 27 and over 14, is it? 27 over 14, is it correct? 27 over 40. 270 over 40. You sure not? I never press calculator, you know. You're pressing, I'm writing whatever that Ryan told me. He said he pressed the calculator. Is it correct? Are you check? Okay. If I write it at one single equation, what would be the equation? Very good. Okay, you press correctly. Come, show your friends. Oops. Okay, thank you. So if I just write in a single equation, it will just be 8 minus 2 and 1/5, and then minus 3 and 3/8. Press the calculator for everything, then you get answer. Okay, last one. Are you okay? Can? Too much random? Not really? Still quite okay, right? It's not that challenging problems. Okay, last one. Last one. Last one, I think this is like a giveaway question. Easy one, right? Can I do that DIY? Okay. What will be the equation for this? Just this one. Any difficulty or not? You just add everything together, right? You have the white, you have the black, and you have the red. White is given. Bought Mr. Siva bought this amount of white cloth is given. The black cloth is also given. The red cloth is also given. The question asks for all of them together. Challenging or not? Not challenging, right? So just use the calculator and press everything add together. Is that okay? Very good. Oh, very good. Well done. So proud of you. Ryan says, I write the numberless equation. You wrote W plus B plus R equals to together. Very good. Excellent model. Now, so guys, tomorrow I collect this piece of work. Is it okay? Then I want to start off the multiplication set already. Okay, Ken? Sorry? Sorry? Then very good. No homework. I can give me first. Have you checked all your units?